I wanted to show you what we have done in version 68 with call queues. So first of all, you noticed maybe that we have renamed call queues from ACD and agent groups. I mean, both these names were a little bit confusing, and I think what people call it today is queues or call queues. So that's just renaming the account name. But we have also done something else. I think that will be well received by many of the users, is that we are offering a new type of CDR report. So previously you could already enter your email address here and enter one or actually multiple email addresses separated by semicolon, where we would send reports. What we already had was that you can define when these reports are being sent, and you can send them at every midnight, which would be something like 0:00, which is 12 a.m. in the morning. But you can also specify after a slash, like for example, I want to see that on Monday morning. And you can say you want to have it at 3 p.m. every the first of the month. So you can enter a couple of patterns here, whatever you like. And whenever that condition is met, we're going to send out a report. And those reports contain either like a 1 day history or a 1 week history or a 1 month history. You can also set quarters, or actually can even do a year if you want, although I would not recommend it because that might be really a lot of overwhelming information. So the other thing we have changed now is that you can select the format that you want to send. You could already send HTML with a call list embedded. You could send them as an attachment or a text attachment. But what we have added now is that you can send a chart. That means the PBX will collect information from the last day or week or month or whatever and prepare that for you as a chart. And I have prepared a sample chart for you here, where you can see, so we're sending out an email as usual, our usual header, and we're starting now to send. The first chart here is about duration in that ACD during the last week in this case, where you see like how much time was spent in IVR, which is music and announcements for the ACD, and then how much time is being spent in total on ringing, which you want to keep probably relatively short, and how much time is being spent on talking. So it gives you kind of an overview about what happened in that week. Then we include a graph distributed by days, where you can see how many calls were made. So here on this side you see the start day, and here you see the end day, so you have an idea what days we're talking about. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. And you can see on the first day it was 1 missed call and 1 taken call. And of course this is like a primitive one here. But you can see that we're able to prepare a lot more detailed information than before. You can see how the call duration was per day, again separated by waiting and ringing and how long the call was connected. And then we provide a chart. The following charts are per agent, so you can see how many of the connected calls were done by the agent number 31, the first agent, the 34, and there's a third agent on that ACD who didn't take any calls. You can see how the missed calls were distributed amongst the agents. So, for example, this one had like 75% of the missed calls, and Peter Rabbit was responsible for 25% of the calls. And then you can see how many calls were taken in total, just the number of calls, not so much duration. And then we can also see like the call duration distribution per agent. So obviously SNOM 785 was talking a lot, 99%, and Peter Rabbit was talking only a little bit. Then the next chart shows how long the agents were actually talking per call. This is like the call distribution per minute graph. So here you see that our account 31 most of the calls were just 1 minute, but there was one call, it was 2 minutes, and there were a couple of calls well, the next one was like, I think 6 or 7 minutes long. So you can see, I mean, this is a primitive demo here, but you can see in a more busy call center how long agents are talking on average. Maybe they're talking too long or too short, so you can see by this graph what's going on. And then the next thing will show you the ratings that the callers gave the agents. So we're including again the account names, and we just present here as a numerical value the average rating that was provided by the caller, and how many ratings were given. And then as a illustration, we give the number of stars as a little picture. And at the end of that email, we have what we had before. We included like the raw numbers, how many calls, how many inbound connected calls, how many outbound connected calls, and so on. So just the raw numbers, pretty much like we had before, and the reasons why callers were leaving the queue. Yeah, I hope this will help you better understanding what's going on in your call queues, and I can't wait to get my call queue email on the Monday morning. I think this is a great way into the starting into the week to see what happened last week, and then maybe have a chat with the colleagues who was doing what last week. All right, and thank you very much, and see you soon.